Hi, it's Casey from mindfulhealth.ca, and I wanted to answer a few common questions about Yoni Yoga. First of all, the Jade Egg. The Jade eggs that I sell are from BC, and then they get shipped to China to be carved and turned into this beautiful shape. Most of the eggs that I sell have this centrally drilled line, so you can thread something into it so that it's easier to get in and out of your pelvic floor, your yoni, or so you can later in the practice add a weight to the end of this and strengthen your pelvic floor. So that's a really common question. The other thing is I also sell ones that don't have the holes. If you don't want to have to worry about dental floss or some kind of thread, you can get one that's not drilled, and then you'll be really aware whether or not your pelvic floor muscles are letting the egg out and inviting the egg in, because you'll be forced to do that more quickly than if you have the string to help sort of guide it along in and out of the way. So that's why there's the centrally drilled hole, and why I have string in a lot of the examples that I have that I show people. Another frequently asked question that I get is, what size do I get? So you can see online, if you go and shop, that there's a lot of sizes. There's usually a large, a medium, and a small. What I've picked is the medium. It's enough to challenge a beginner, and it's enough to challenge an advanced practitioner because of the drill line, and that we can add weights and we can do other exercises with it. So really the medium-sized egg is probably the only one you're ever going to need. Can I do it while I'm pregnant? And the recommendation is no. The other contraindication for the Jade Egg practice is if you have an IUD. The Jade Egg is going to strengthen your muscles. So just like when you strengthen your bicep and your bicep gets sore and it'll contract a little bit, it'll be achy, your uterus, because it's attached to these little muscles in your pelvic floor, technically to the ligaments and tendons, but it may start to contract. So when you're pregnant or you have an IUD, we don't want anything to fall out of your uterus, mainly the IUD or a baby. So we don't recommend the practice with the egg during those two things. What you can do though, and it's really important to strengthen these pelvic floor muscles, even if you don't use a weight, is you can do the Yoni Yoga practice without the weight. So you still do the exercises concentrating mindfully on your first, second, and third chakra to strengthen those muscles. So there's no reason not to do this, that it can really benefit every woman. If you have any injuries or that sort of thing in your hip area, you would want to consult your doctor. And I would recommend consulting your doctor anyway, just to see if your physiological health is good for this practice. Another commonly asked question. It's not an asked question, but here's what people do with the Yoni Yoga practice. They make it too big of a deal. We channel the divine masculine so easy, that action-oriented, really assertive, pushing forward energy. And the Yoni Yoga practice is actually meant to harness the divine feminine energy. So this is more flowy, it's more intuitive, it's more centered and grounded, it's less physical and more spiritual. So that's what I'm always reminding my clients and my students. 5 minutes, 3 times a week. You really want to be mindful. As you become more advanced, your muscles get stronger. You could add the Jade Egg to your regular yoga practice, but please don't lose sight of the fact that this is meant to be a mindfulness experience. It's meant to bring you into your body so you can reconnect with that authentic part of yourself. Okay? That's really important. I say in my class over and over again, only go as fast as the slowest part of your body. We like to rush. We want to be perfect. We want to get to the goal line, and Yoni Yoga is the opposite of that, okay? So please be mindful. I'm happy to remind you. Maybe you put a sign up next to your practice that says, go slow. There's no rush. I'm getting to know myself again. I'm starting to love myself again. If you have any other questions, I'd be happy to make a video about them. But those are the sort of top 3 or 4 questions that I can think of right now. Come on over to mindfulhealth.ca/Yoni Yoga, and you can find some links to other videos, more information when I'm teaching classes and that sort of thing. I'm noticing I have a cold as I'm filming these things, the tail end, and I'm feeling the congestion building. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. I hope you're loving your Yoni Yoga practice as much as I do. If you're not doing a practice, find out a little bit more. Drop me a line. I'd love to tell you how it can benefit your life.